Finally, the staircase down. Maybe we'll finally find where the treasure is around here. That looks a little dangerous. Oh, just stay away from the walls, I'm sure we'll be fine. Whoa! What the hell? Whoa! No! 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 Oh my god! Oh! No! 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 Please! Please! I'm gonna make it! I'm gonna... Oh! Ow! Ow! Oh! Whew. Wow, that tunnel's a bit windy. Treasure! What do we have? Golden apples. Always like a bit of golden apples. Now we just have to get out of here. Unlike these poor sods. Never mind, I'm sure we can make it. Oh, no, 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 oh god, no, ah! Hello, sysfailure here again. And I hope you enjoyed my magical tunnel of spiky death. And now I'm going to show you how to make your own. Now, if you don't follow what goes on in this, the world is available as a download in the description, just beneath the video. First off, I'm going to show you how to actually create the little effect of the spikes. Our little people stuck on the spikes are obviously just some armor stands hanging around. There we go. Well, these little spikes here are actually all invisible armor stands, just barely inside the wall there, holding blaze rods. So these blaze rods make for some lovely bright spikes. Now, if you have ever tried putting an armor stand inside a wall, you'll notice it actually turns black, along with everything it's holding. And you'll also notice these aren't black. So how do we do that? Well, if I head outside, I'll show you the trick to it. If you watched my grave robbing video, you may know this trick already. But over here, we have two rather identical looking setups. Setups, that's what I mean. This one, however, is made out of slabs. That's a double slab. So if you do that, see? And over here, this one is made out of your standard blocks. So if we spawn one inside, you'll notice he's all black. Whoops. If we spawn one there, however, yep, he looks perfectly fine. So the walls along here are actually all made out of double slabs, and that's why the blaze rods are visible. So our little trick you can use there works with all the slabs, so stone brick ones, nether brick ones, and so on. So that's how you get the visual effect. Now, how about the magical wind and the damaging spikes? Well, that's this device over here. Now, this does look like it's probably stupidly complex, but it's not. I will explain how it works. Down here, we have two randomizers. So if we have a look inside, there is a wooden sword and a piece of coal. Every time they receive power, it goes up into the hopper, and each one takes up a different amount of space. So if I was to middle click on a sword, it takes up an entire space, so I get one sword. But if I do it on coal, it takes up 64 to take one space. So when the coal comes up in here, it outputs a lower strength signal than if the sword ends up in there. So the coal outputs a 1 block signal. So it comes out and it goes round here, through this short loop, and back in, repowering itself, going round and round. If the sword comes out, however, it has a much longer signal, so it travels up this line, round these repeaters for a much longer delay, and back in and reactivates itself. Now, to stop it going both ways at once, there's actually this little loop here. So when the sword signal comes out, it's obviously going to activate that and that, because it's a long signal. When it goes this way, however, it goes through a 1 tick repeater, so that's 2 ticks of delay. But this route has a 3 tick delay repeater on it. So signal will only hit this after 3 ticks, so if the sword comes through, it'll actually lock that off before it can activate. And that makes sure that only one of these ever activates at a time. So that gives us a random length of time. It's either short or it's long. Over here, activated by the same system, is another randomizer set up exactly the same, so outputs a short signal and long signal. And these ones are running command blocks. These command blocks, if we have a look inside them, we have a set block that is setting air, and a set block that is setting a redstone torch. And over here we have the opposite number. So when these ones get activated, an air block gets put there, and over here a redstone torch. Activate those ones, the redstone torch goes there, and the air goes there. What are they for? Well, they are for activating these. And these do this. When it's on, we get a couple of redstone blocks there. And when it's off, we get air. So this is simply a toggle system that fills redstone block, and when it's deactivated, fills with air. And this ensures that there's only one of these running at a time. And finally, these, which are near enough identical, is where the magic happens. So we have a fill clock. The bottom one here is filling just above it, stone, and replacing redstone blocks. And that one is filling redstone blocks and replacing stone. So they just happily run the fill clock every tick. And when this obviously turns off, it puts air in there. Neither of these can target air, the clock turns off. Useful way of turning the clocks on and off. The bits for the effect, however, are around the back. Now that one and that one are identical, but just different directions. And these are identical, but just different size. So we'll have a look inside this one. Here we have a teleport command, and that is teleporting all entities from that X, that Y, and that Z, and a cubic region of 5X, 2Y, 30Z. And that covers the entire central part of the corridor except the two sides with the spikes. And it's teleporting everything in there, every game tick, 0.175 blocks in that direction. And that is actually just slightly slower than the speed you can walk. So that means you can avoid the spikes if you're careful, but it's difficult. The other one is giving an effect command, and that affects all entities within another cubic region, and it's giving them instant damage effect for 1 second. And one of these does the spikes along one side, and the other one does the spikes along the other side. So if we turn this on, I'll also just mention that there is just to clear both of these at once and turn the system off. So we turn it on, watch it in action. So there we have going right, left, right again, left, right, right, left, right, and so on. And the one over here, obviously, is doing, here we go, left, right, left, left, and it's just swapping these around. So if we head back into the corridor and actually watch it without dying. There we go. So we're just being randomly pushed around the corridor. And we have to resist, and there's no telling how long it will run in each direction for. Oh, there we go. Yeah, and it does also kill bats. There you go. So I hope you found that interesting. We're trying something a little different this episode. So all feedback is appreciated. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the new format. And as mentioned earlier, the world download is in the description if you want to have a little play with this, look at things a little bit better. And as per usual, thanks for watching and bye bye.